My name is Ellen. I am 18 years old. I come to the city alone to look for work. I have no experience. I have very little money. I need a job. One morning, I arrive at the home of the Winfield family. A servant named Gracie opens the door. She listens to me and feels sorry for me. She brings me inside. Later, she takes me to meet the butler. His name is Thomas Roxton. He looks at me for a long time. His eyes move slowly over me. The way Thomas looks makes my skin crawl. He asks about my experience. I say I have none. He smiles and says that does not matter. He gives me a 1-month trial. Then he tells me the rules. I must answer only to him. I must give him part of my wages as his commission. When he looks at me again, I feel a shiver run through me. I do not like him. I tell Gracie I want to leave. She tells me to stay. She says this house is better than most. I stay. I meet Mrs. Winfield soon after. She is gentle and kind. She asks me questions and listens carefully. She smiles and says she trusts me. She asks me to be her personal maid. I feel relieved. 1 month passes. One evening, Roxton calls me to him. He tells me to clean his room. No other servant does this. I feel uncomfortable. While I clean, he stands too close. I feel his eyes on me the whole time. My hands shake. After that, I avoid him as much as I can. One night, there is a party at the house. Mrs. Winfield asks me to help her get ready. She sends me to the tailor to pick up her dress. While I am there, I meet a young man. He is tall and very handsome. He smiles easily. He takes my hand and asks me to dance. I tell him I am flattered. He tells me I'm beautiful. We dance. He makes me laugh. For a moment, I forget everything else. After the dance, I tell him the truth. I tell him I am a servant at the Winfield house. I walk away. Later, I learn his name. It is Richard. He is Mrs. Winfield's son. After that night, things feel different. Sometimes our eyes meet across a room. Sometimes he smiles at me quietly. Then the family leaves for vacation in Milan. I go with them to work. The house is near the water. The air feels calm and open. During the day, I work as usual. I stay close to Mrs. Winfield. Richard passes by often. Sometimes our hands almost touch. Sometimes he stops to speak to me. At night, the family sits near the lake. I stand nearby. Richard comes and sits close to me. We talk softly. Sometimes we say nothing at all. The silence feels heavy. One evening, he tells me he loves me. He tells me he does not care that I am a servant. He asks me to marry him. My heart races. I think of his mother. I think of her trust. I tell him it would be wrong. But the days pass, and the nights feel heavy. We meet in quiet places. We talk in whispers. One morning, far from the house, we stand together. There are no guests, no family, only us. We marry in secret. After that, we act the same in front of everyone. No one knows, no one suspects. But everything feels different now. He looks at me with certainty. I carry the weight of our secret alone. When we return home, Thomas Roxton watches me more closely. His eyes follow me everywhere. He stands too close. I feel trapped. Later, he tells me he knows about Richard. He smiles. Soon after, everything falls apart. The Winfields learn the truth. They learn I'm pregnant. They learn Richard and I married in secret. There is shouting. Mrs. Winfield looks at me with anger. She tells me to leave the house. I leave with nothing. I leave the house alone. I do not go back to the city. I travel far away. I go to a small village. I stay with old friends of my parents. The place is quiet. No one asks questions. Months pass. I give birth there. I hold my baby in my arms. At night, I think about Richard. I still love him, but I believe there is nothing to be done. I focus on my child. I tell myself, this is my life now. One morning, there is a knock on the door. I stand very still. My heart begins to race. I open the door. Richard stands there. For a moment, I cannot move. My eyes fill with tears. I do not go to him. I stay where I am. I look down at my baby. I think about his future. I think about the love I still carry. Richard steps closer. He pulls me into his arms. He tells me he will protect me. He tells me he will protect our child. Richard says no one will stand in our way. I rest my head against him. For the first time in a long while, I am no longer afraid.